Well, I'll tell you soon. No, I don't.
If you take one step, then you will be a little closer to your dream than if you stay just where you are. Keep that chin held up and fight your battles with your feet and both bear, you'll find a path that has your name. Here I am, I'm ready to go again, ready to say goodbye when the sky is high. No reason to stay on ground. Lift your hands and you can touch and fly. The minute you felt you found, understand that you can have it all. The wings are in your soul. When I let go of the
Hello everyone and welcome to the Osborne Park Bowling Club on, what's been a little bit of a rainy start to the day, but it's all settled down now. We are here for the finals day of the Men's Country Week for 2024. We are brought to you by Regional Men's Health and, of course, AFCRI, and we're in for a big day here as we get underway in our pairs final. Clive Adams here, joined by Peter Harris. How are you, mate?
Morning, Clive. Very well, very well.
Yes, we're looking forward to a huge day. I mean, you've been involved throughout the whole week. There's no doubt been some fantastic bowls played, and we get down to what is always a massive finals day.
Yeah, and of course, we'll say a local derby, two Pinjarra.
If you take one step, then you will be a little closer to your dream than if you stay just where you are. Keep that chin held up and fight your battle.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Osborne Park Bowling Club for the final day of Men's Country Week 2024. It's been a massive week of bowls. We've been greeted by a little bit of rain this morning, which has taken the sting out of the green to start the day, but hopefully most of that's gone, or as I look over my shoulder, I'm not so sure of that. But anyway, it is Clive Adams here, joined by Peter Harris. How are you, Pete?
Morning, Clive. Very well, thanks.
And of course, we are brought to you by Regional Men's Health, the Regional Men's Health Initiative. Of course, it's been getting out to clubs, as we see a great shot there from
Get my
John
coffee
McCook.
out of the way, will we?
Yeah. And AFCRI, of course, who are the major sponsor of Men's Country Week. Pete, it's been a massive week, and we come down to what is always a wonderful day come finals day.
Yeah, as you say, started last Friday, and the pairs themselves started last Saturday, so they've played a lot of games to get here. Nice local derby for us with two Pinjarra teams.
It is Pinjarra versus Pinjarra, so we're tipping Pinjarra, right? There's no doubt about that.
Pinjarra club will be back-to-back winners after Brad Ball and Dominic
Yes.
Milbourne last
Absolutely, and no repeat players in this final. So Leon Birch leading for John McCook, and this is John backing up another fantastic bowl. Look at that, way to start.
Nice start.
Way to start a final. That is John McCook that's nailed it twice there, and their opponents.
And he doesn't want to show us his work either. We will have a chat with him.
And their opponents, Peter Cole and Tom Ellison. This is Peter's bowl coming down now. Looks to be just going to come up short. Perfectly placed in terms of line. Just didn't quite get there. Our camera might need to be squared up a bit down that end. It looks like it might have been bumped. So we might we'll work on that for you.
As you said, unfortunately, a bit of rain this morning. These Osborne Park greens have been running very, very well. So we had a bit of a downpour about an hour ago. So they're going to have to push through, something they haven't had to do all week.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, Pete, you've been around the competition all week, and you were commenting on how well this green was running. Not quite like that now, but
No.
that's all right. That's just another test for the players.
Well, that's what you get when you play on grass.
Yep. A few more variables.
Yep, yes. Synthetics wouldn't matter, but grass. But Ian Lilburn's doing a great job with the greens at Osborne Park. He won't like that at all. Osborne Park. My apologies, Ian, and the Osborne Park Bowling Club. So Tom was a late replacement for Ron Bates. Tom Ellison leading up here. Looking to push onto Peter's bowl.
So you've got the yellow stickers, that are for Pinjarra, Pete?
Yes.
Yeah. Leon and John using the yellow stickers, and the white stickers belonging to Peter and Tom. Another bowl just passing on the outside there for some protection at the back. Perhaps expecting some jack movement here.
There's no doubt Tom's trying to push through Peter's bowl at the pink bowl at the front there. Push through that, just slides up underneath it.
It's a delicate balance here of trying to let it turn, but having the pace to have an impact, and that's where he's just had a bit of an issue there.
Yes.
Just finished jack high.
It's another third.
We do have a paddler out in the rink to help us, so you'll see those signals throughout the match. We like to do that for the live streaming matches because it just helps us to know exactly where things stand.
Play it as you see it, so that would indicate they can't quite come up with this perfect shot here. From our angle, John's already played 2 great bowls on that forehand, but he is switching to the backhand. Doesn't really want to wreck on the Peter Cole bowl.
Yeah, he's on a very safe line, isn't he? He's looking
line.
right round the back.
So he is expecting Peter to get aggressive, possibly.
Well, there's 3 white disc bowls after the 2 shot bowls, so you can play this with confidence as Peter looking to get up through the middle here. Bowl up onto Jack, perhaps. Well, that worked.
And guess where it went?
Right back to that back bowl.
Well played.
Nice thinking from John McCook, and the advantage now is he knows how to get there with an iron.
It's always great when a plan comes together.
Yes. Of course, we've got a big day lined up for you. We'll have the singles final after this, and then fours to finish.
Fours to finish.
Yep.
And John and Leon will be involved in that one as well, so they've got a big day ahead of them.
And you might say who's playing in the singles final. Well, we know one of the combatants, and the other combatant is being decided right now, Pete.
Yes.
So we know Matt Mitchell.
Matt Mitchell will be there, and he is taking on, over on rink 3, Joel Leeson or Justin Smith. Joel from Denison's had a big week. He was in 3 events for a long time, but
Peter Cole looking to find a way underneath here. Well, he's caught an edge. Will that get far enough? That is close. Probably still favouring the yellow bowl from my angle, but it's close. And yellow it is. So 1 to Leon Birch and John McCook to get us scoring in our pairs final. Yeah, what we are guaranteed of, Pete, is that'll be an entertaining
final.
singles final. Absolutely.
Yeah, Justin, a previous winner.
Twice
Previous winner. Yeah, 2 in a row.
Back to back. Yep.
Back.
Not too many people have done back-to-back
only the good
singles,
ones.
Pete.
Only the good ones.
Oh, gee. Yeah. I led into that one nicely for you, didn't I?
Only the great ones, like a Donkin has done 3 in a row.
Yeah. And, of course, you would have been representing the same club back-to-back, Pete.
I have to think about that, but yes.
I don't think you were you?
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Wongan Hills.
We do joke that Peter's got around to a few clubs.
I was at Wongan Hills for more than 2 years. We got the weather forecast.
26 feels like 28. There is a little bit of humidity around, so I'm back in the feels like guy in.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Still love that job.
It was.
Still love that job. It's 26 degrees outside. What's it feel like? 28. All right, we'll go with that. Well, both players with opposite things to correct. Looks like Leon might have scared Tom into going a bit quick. And now a bit of an overcorrection.
Yes.
But an overcorrection in these conditions is not necessarily a bad thing. You're going to need bowls past the jack on the slower surface. Of course, you can share our live stream if you want to get it out there and get more people on watching. We certainly love bringing you... Country Week's one of my favourites, Pete, in terms of the live stream, because it really does take it out there to people that have participated in the event and want to see how it finishes, want to support their mates, their family that can't necessarily get to the event.
Friends, family, club mates.
Yeah, it's a fantastic opportunity for us, and we encourage you to share it out there and get as many people on watching as we can. John McCook was impressive on that first end. That looks light out of the hand.
I think it's okay.
Well, there you go. I didn't think he was quite going to get there out of there, so it's a bit of a learning experience for us as well as we watch the first few ends. Still shows the green's got a little bit of finish in it. Not for Peter, though. John now with just a slight correction to make. I mean, he's got the shot. Pinjarra will be rocking again, Pete.
Oh,
they've had a pretty good 18 months when you think about it. I mean, they were Country Club of the Year last year, of course. They'll be queuing up to get their nomination in for that again, I'd say, on the back of some of the results here.
Certainly, they didn't, before the last year or two, representing at Country Week. Certainly didn't see them in the finals or the back end of Country Week very often, but
done a lot of work at their club. Yeah,
a lot of good work attracts a lot of players, and they've attracted a few good players.
You can see the score update across the bottom of your screen for our singles semi-final that we mentioned. Justin Smith up 3-1 over Joel Leeson.
A few of the Pinjarra people have made their way down, sitting behind the rink.
This weather feels ominous, Pete.
It is closing in behind us, isn't it? So may get a shower or two again.
Cameras have got their raincoats on, so hopefully we'll be all right. We're under cover. It's just the players.
Yes. It's a good line.
Nicely pointed,
It's just a matter of just running it out.
Well, that's in the conversation. Probably just out in terms of shot. Does force a change of hand. There's a little bit of drizzle starts, I think. Just thought I saw a couple of drops.
Very good tight line here. Turning through his own bowl. This is a pretty good shot. He's got it up and over.
Well, there's claps already. Must be in the area. Well, hasn't pulled up in time for shot. We'll wait for a signal. Still one. Michael looking after us there. So, 4 bowls to play. And we should have mentioned, actually, 14 ends the journey here. So, 14 ends the final. So not a long match by any stretch.
No, and it's 14 ends the whole way through. We don't change it all for the pairs. I think 2x2 pairs, you've been playing that all week. You don't really need an increase.
No.
The bodies are pretty sore and tired at the moment.
Just a bit of contact at the front just to clog things up a little bit more. Peter won't be deterred by that. He'll stick with the backhand, look to get under that last bolt. He's well pointed to be a chance. How's the weight? Pretty close.
Just got to get to the right side of the bowl. Didn't quite make it. So they're hanging on. They're surrounded.
So we are streaming to Facebook and on Streamer. So Jenny just asking if we're on YouTube. We're not on YouTube, but you can get on Streamer and watch for free there.
That's a great shot.
Brilliant.
John Cook has started really well.
He's been very impressive the first couple of ends.
So Peter, we're looking to keep the weight that he had. Just
Oh, he needs us to hold on now.
again, just at the time we got the right side of the bolt. A
Well,
little bit of luck, and you were going to see a bit of that in these conditions.
it was fortune, but he gave it every chance, didn't he? And he knew he wasn't far away with his previous one. He added a little bit more weight just to give it that extra little bit of a chance, and in it came. So one shot apiece after 2 ends.
I'm not sure there's going to be too much variation on lengths. Not sure either of them will be wanting to go long. They may shorten it up a little bit, but I don't think too many will go too long. It's be like 3/4 length.
Yes, there's definitely going to be a little bit more rain shortly. Doesn't look like it's too bad on the radar. We might get 10 or 15 minutes of rain. Just coming over Wanneroo now and heading this way. The showers are scattered a little bit. We're not quite sure what's behind that. Hopefully once they pass through, we don't get too much more.
Could be in the way. So Tom switches over. That was the call from Peter. So they won't get back today. They would have got back yesterday. It was drawing really well yesterday.
Well, I think that's what stood out to me so far down in this direction, Pete, is that it's not turning much on that backhand side in this direction. So, we've got the great Fiona Hall joining us. Hello, Fiona. Hope you're going well. One of the great volunteers of our sport is Fiona Hall. As we can hear some rain starting to hit the marker now. And leaden skies at the moment, I have to say. They'll push through a small amount of rain. But it wouldn't surprise me if we end up on a bit of a break here, but we'll see.
You might have to sing us a tune while we're waiting, Clive.
Yeah, well, it is fairly steady now, and the players are heading under cover.
Sharon's diving for the cameras.
Yes. We'll just see how persistent this is before we think about what we're going to do in the meantime. Well, they're back out in the green, so
Yeah, the singles are still going.
in this situation, Pete, I mean, it's fair enough for the players to go and get a cloth and things like that.
Yeah.
But until the umpire calls them off, they do need to stay on the green.
They do, and the umpires haven't moved just yet.
Yep. That's just to keep things fair. I mean, at 1-1 after 2 ends, that doesn't make much difference.
No.
But further on in the game, it could.
You've got a big consistency.
Just pushing past there on what was a good line. And
He's trying to get down.
needs to run, that's the issue.
Actually turned a little bit, that one.
Yeah.
Without. So John again looking to get under Peters. He's already playing, and Leon was trying to give instructions.
That is good to hear, Fiona. I'll be getting up for the AO as a player this year, so looking forward to that myself.
She's got the title line, but just with that little bit of rain, it would have lost another metre. So they're going to have to push a bit.
It's interesting, Pete, Fiona, talking about the AO and other events. Looking at the event schedule at the moment, you'd think we're getting close to the end of the season and there wouldn't be too many events left. But I think we've got about 8 events open for entries at the moment.
It's a big March, April. So,
and that's not including the AO. People want to get over there and have a go.
Exactly.
It's been a very, very busy time. And I think at the moment we've pretty much got something for everyone. We've got under 18s open, we've got over 60s, we've got all abilities competitions, we've got state triples, we've got the mixed over 60s.
Yep.
We've got the community challenges open as well. So we've pretty much got something for everyone at the moment.
So Tom, we've been trying to push through Peter's bowl, which easier said than done when you've been dead drawing all week.
So you
This is
position
a pretty good effort.
So you position yourself nicely under the middle of the marquee, Pete.
Well, when you come early, you get to put yourself where you want to be put. You're getting a little damp over there?
Slightly.
Okay, you be right.
Yeah.
Push through. Just keep the headset dry. We're happy.
Look, I will say over the back it is starting to break up a little bit. So hopefully there's not too much in this now.
John really is pushing
he
through.
is very close to
It's
the
half
jack.
a jack here.
Just under.
Because they're the only one. He's the only one with bowls behind the head. With Leon there pushing through. Just if you don't hear from us for a little while, we're just looking at the electrics, making sure there's no drips coming. Our setup's reasonably good, but there is a gap between the two marquees, which is allowing a few drips onto cords.
This is hard work at the moment for the players. It's a matter of keeping your concentration in these conditions. I mean, in a sense, the rain doesn't stop you getting close to the jack.
No.
But you just got to make sure you stay true to your delivery. It's a fair effort. That's a great shot. Under the conditions, that's a really good shot. It does fill a bit of a gap. We might see another reacher up there on the backhand to sit or trail, and the trail's worth a lot at the moment to the yellow stickered bowls.
Yep. So he doesn't want to lose his weight here. Coming past us, he needs to slide around that.
Oh, that's an unlucky result.
Wow.
To get through that gap, he gave it a little wobble. He did hit the post. He did hit the post.
Yeah, it wasn't a goal.
But, wow. Well, it is very heavy rain at the moment. You can see even we've got a bee coming in underneath the cover. So I've had enough of that, thanks. But it is breaking up over the horizon.
You told us that a couple of minutes ago, and it got heavier.
No, it's only in the distance at the moment, but it shouldn't be long. Had some famous weather forecasts when I've been on commentary, Pete. None more famous than Scotty Thalborn, who assured us that it wasn't going to rain. And in about 15 minutes, we had hail.
So technically correct.
Yeah.
So Peter, so he's getting that cover in, which...
Yeah, there was like a consolation prize there. If he crashed into his own bowls, he was still going to get some cover out of it. And his own bowls now got back there and at least stopped to trail for 5. So there is still a valuable trail there as that rain eases off a little bit now.
He's still got to reach through this. It's not a draw, even though he's probably 3 down. It's not a draw.
How much has he got on it? It's not bad. Finds a gap.
So, Peter again, you'd think will play a similar shot. Or is he going to... He looks like he's... We'll wait for him to get his feet set.
He's shaping backhand.
He is shaping backhand.
Yep.
Yep, okay. No, he's all right. I thought he might stick on that forehand, leave that hole. But...
Was he thinking blocker?
Yeah, well, he's got weight
He's
for blocker.
thinking blocker. Well... I don't see that very often. I'm pretty sure that was a perfectly deliberate bowl. And if you can make John play more weight, there's less danger because he's got the bowl right at the back. So it is more weight. Is he going to get down to the jack? I don't think so.
He doesn't want to move his own too far either. He might have made another 1.
Or 2.
So he could have made 5, but he's probably 4 or 5 down himself. Certainly 4.
It's an unfortunate result. I mean, he had to play.
It's already 3
the
anyway,
shot.
so, but...
So there's going to be the lead to the white stickers of Peter Cole and Tom Ellison. We're just waiting to see how many. Well, they've already kicked out that one. Well, that
would be 5 at the moment.
5 it is. Yep, 5 shots it is. So it is, well, that's the first big break in the match. 6 shots to 1, the lead to Peter Cole and Tom Ellison. If you've just joined us, both teams are from Pinjarra. So if they all look to be wearing the same uniform, that's why.
You'd think they'd have an away strip, wouldn't you?
And Pinjarra are the defending champions. Neither of these guys. So,
no.
So that rain has subsided almost to a stop now. There's still a slight bit of drizzle out there, but a little bit more comfortable than a few minutes ago. 6-all in the singles semi-final in the race to play against Matt Mitchell in our next match, which will be the Men's Country Week singles final. So if you are watching from interstate and you're not necessarily familiar with Country Week here, so Country Weeks differ from state to state, Pete. The WA Country Week is where country players come down into the metro area and play against other country-based players. So there is Country Week where metro players go out into the country in other states. That's not the case here. So, yep, Country Week staged all through the metro area from last Friday. Of course, we had the curtain raiser last Thursday. The Metro versus the Country. Metro got some bragging rights back after Country had the bragging rights for 12 months. That's a really high standard night of bowls, Pete.
It has been the last few years. Yeah. Not much between the Metro and the Country. So we did have, I think, 452 teams start.
In the pairs?
In the pairs.
So a total of 904 players.
904 players, and we're down to the last 4. So
that's brilliant.
You do have to get through a few games.
Yep. Resilience and perseverance spring to mind when it comes to Country Week.
I think this will be the 9th game of pairs. I think 9th game of pairs they played, 2x2 pairs. On top of, not everyone enters the singles. I'm not sure how many of these 4 entered the singles.
Great shot there.
And of course the 4s as well, which 2 of these, John McCook and Leon Birch, will be in the final this afternoon of the 4s as well. So they've had a big week.
And of course, to get to this stage, Leon Birch and John McCook, they beat Graham Jose and Charles Russell 15-5. And the round before that, they beat John Sharp and Matty Mitchell 19-14. Really important win.
They got the jump on John and Matthew, and John played a great last bowl to keep them in front. I think it was looking like it was going to an extra end, but John pulled out a great bowl with his last.
And for Peter Cole and Tom Ellison, they beat Shane Manuel and, we'll call him Ian, but it's Fred Hill.
Fred Hill.
Yeah, 13-9. And prior to that, it was Tim Hyatt and Russell Tyrrell, 16-15, and a last bowl finish as well there, I think.
Yes, it was. He drew the shot.
That was Peter, was it?
Peter.
Yep.
Peter drew the shot. Went into the end 1 behind, held 1, and drew the shot with his last to make 2 to win the game.
All right, well, backhand, I reckon backhand with a little bit of weight here, looking to push up through their own, well, he's very tight. Looking to push up through their own bowls or get down to the shot bowl, and he just underdid it. Now, will it stay on at the back? It might just make it out of bounds. Or is it perfectly positioned in the back corner? We'll see whether they pick that up. I think it's just gone out, but they're just confirming.
Leon wants someone to have a look at it, but he just wants Peter to confirm it before he picks it up.
Yeah, well, yeah, there we go. So out of bounds it is. All right, so
still a nice shot in there for Tom here. As you said, pushing through those 2 white bowls.
Yeah.
Just underneath it sits the yellow.
Almost the perfect shot for this pace green.
Yep.
Because you can just play it nice and comfortably. Yep. Just let it go. Doesn't really matter what way it comes out.
No, it could be a metre through, it could be 2 metres through. Yeah. It doesn't really matter.
Of course, some of these players will have been in the metro area for nearly 2 weeks because they come along for the Welcome Fours events that are around as well.
Aussie Park hold one. South Perth have got a good one, 2-day one. Manning have won.
Yep.
So, yeah, many players.
All right, this is on a better line. I'm just not quite sure the weight's going to quite hold him up. It's close. Got him. Great shot.
Perfect.
Just had the right weight. As we said, it didn't really matter. It was just getting it up into that area, and he played it perfectly.
So John called a similar shot. They don't have the luxury of the two bowls out the front.
Underneath.
It's just underneath.
That one will find the ditch.
They don't really need to change, do they? They could still play with that 6 feet away. If they get a back one, that's great. If they turn the outside pink, that works as well. So Tom's probably not quite as far as he wanted. May well have counted.
Pete, I can see 8-6 on the singles scoreboard, but I'm not. Who's white and who's blue there?
Joel will be white.
Because I think the stickers have come off in the rain.
I don't think there are any stickers.
Oh, right.
Justin's got blue bowls.
Right, okay.
That's my belief. So Joel Leeson leading 8-6. Peter Cole currently holding 2.
You can see that game taking place in the right-hand corner of your screen at the moment.
Of course, Joel did hold things up for a long time. He was in all 3 events for half of yesterday. Up until half of yesterday.
Not unexpected.
Oh, no, he actually went out in the pairs late on Wednesday afternoon.
Yep.
There's always somebody. There's multiple people in 2 events.
Yep. Well, you were talking about Leon and
they
John
got through in 2
earlier.
events. So it never got to a problem where we looked like we might have been in trouble. But Joel was doing his best to help us.
All right, 2 and a look is the call at the moment.
It's not the greatest position for John here.
No, there's a gaping hole there. It's a tricky one, isn't it?
That hole looks like the shot, but
you can easily find an edge off the pink and actually not get anything as well. So it's a tough one.
But it doesn't really look like anything on that forehand. You know, if it was running nicely, you could draw around them, but it's not. So he really does need to push through the front and
it's an end
on
they
the
need
tight
to,
side.
It's an end they need to win after dropping the 5 as well, Pete. So it's big weight right up the middle and straight through the gap. Wow. We talked about that gap, and he went straight through it. So Peter will be keen not to do anything to fill any of those gaps. He'll be looking to get round the back. Needs just to push a little bit, but he's going to do the job. I reckon he wanted it further than that, but it does a job. Now, does he go again here?
There's not a lot of good options for him, is there?
Well, he's got...
So hard to be precise. He's got the backhand making sure he's tight onto the shot bowl.
With the problem if he's wide, he just pushes up another one into the count. It's a tough one. He's going big again, I think.
Going backhand.
Okay, so it is that more sitting type weight. Well, he's going to need this to get under the front.
He needs half a pink, but he's not going to get that.
Oh, that's what he would have dreaded. This is going to put a big gap in this match early on. It's going to be at least 3, and they'll measure for 4, I think.
Well, yeah, the side one counted previously. The measure's coming out.
Well, before that ball was played, it was 2 and a measure was the signal. So we think it's probably 3 and a measure now. But we'll see. I think I'm backing 3.
I'm backing 3. I'm with you.
So the measure is out, and that looks like... Ooh, that looks close. I think 3... I think Tom's pretty confident of 3. Could see him signal that. And it is 3.
It's 3.
So 9-1 now, the scoreline after just 4 ends. And it's Leon and John looking to just... Oh, I was confused for a moment because...
I could see your confusion.
Yeah, because...
But I'll let you work this out yourself.
Leon went for the mat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, hang on, have I mixed up my colours? No, it is 9-1.
Nice.
It is 9-1, so a must-win couple of ends now for Leon Birch and John McCook. Reversal over there in the singles, 9-8 lead now to Justin Smith. That one's moving along at a fair rate.
They both play quick.
Yeah.
And you expect the final to be the same because Matthew plays quick as well.
Very quick, yes. So 10-8, the latest update there. They've just decided another end. As looks like Matt is heading out there for a roll-up.
Yes.
Perfectly entitled to do that, Pete.
Yep.
As long as you're not in the rink they're going to be playing on, which is this one. So,
no, you can't do that. So, okay, chance for Leon to jump on here. Peter and Tom in the Tim Hyatt game were leading 11-1 and nearly got run down. So
just to show you the spirit of what goes on out here. I mean, Matt's rolled the jack there to have a roll-up, and Joel's gone over and put it on the line for him whilst Joel's playing his game. Whilst he's playing his semi-final singles game.
2 rinks away as well. It's not even next door. He's walked 2 rinks to do it.
All right, weight correction required here for Tom. Well, he's definitely got a bit more. He's played this well. That's a great shot. What a correction.
That's a really good shot.
Yeah.
Because Leon's shot was pretty good as well. On the line, 1.5 short.
And suddenly his front one doesn't look so... Look, it's still... Now it just blocks it off a little bit. There's our score updated now. 10-8.
There's a good reply. This is a great shot.
Oh, that
is
brilliant.
A perfect shot.
Well played. And
Leon Birch, great shot.
Unfortunately, Leon's left Tom hanging. Tom put the hand out for a bit of a high five there. And
not today, man. You're the opposition today, Tom. Come on.
Will he go for seconds?
Yeah, we looked at him.
Yeah, he's looking. He wants to. He wants to. Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Just off the screen, but he got his low 5. So Peter probably looking to sit on. He climbs around it. He was close, but didn't quite get around it. Sit on the back bolt, fall in for shot.
Well, Pete, that's really closed this down a bit, hasn't it?
That hasn't helped that situation.
It's going to be really hard to get at.
What's John thinking?
Joel Easton's going to pick up a number over there in the singles. He's holding 2 and has last bowl and plenty of room to add another after a missed drive for Justin Smith. Now this hand's the one that just holds off a little, and just another one parked in that wall at the front.
Yep. Peter also switches hands. He doesn't want to use big weight under there. Currently has second. Doesn't want to be moving that.
Crashes straight into the yellow.
It's getting quite difficult now. It was hard before. It's harder now for both of them.
I think I'd have been happy with John staying backhand here and leaving that danger sitting out there for Peter if he wants to play any weight on the forehand. Instead, he has switched to the forehand himself. Played it pretty well. Just needs it to get down a little. It's another one in there. Doesn't count, but it's another one in there if that white disc bowl just behind the jack disappears.
The objective is to hold one and get as many thirds as you can until that last bowl, and then make a decision.
Part of me says they might want one just past the jack as well, Pete, so they can play with some weight, and if they do if they do get that bowl onto bowl at the front, they've got something to catch the jack. But for Tom, he just needs to get another bowl in the head here. Give them some license to play a bit of a shot, which they really can't do with only just the one bowl there.
Another second. You can't really do that on the forehand either because you block your shot up if you drop short, which you're more likely to do, but
you also could. Yeah, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. Don't want to land right next to his own either.
Looks like he's trying to search around the pink.
Yeah, I don't know that he's getting round the pink.
He might flop back off the pink to make it even harder. Yes. There's not a lot of good things happening for either of them here. Apart from Pinjarra's got shot.
Yeah, so here's the deal, Pete. There was talk of forehand there. The last thing that Leon wants to do here is come down and move those white bowls and open things up on that forehand.
Yep.
Backhands the way here.
Yep.
Get another one in there and they build up until they can afford to go looking for that.
Yeah, then they can make a decision
bowl
with their last bowl
at
the end, whether it's worth it or not. Getting another shot now is not the objective.
This is going to be a really handy home. It's probably gone a little bit further than he would have liked, but it does get them one past the jack for when they play that shot.
So Tom searching for that another second.
There you go, and that's the reason they didn't want to move anything on the forehand. They forced Tom to play backhand here, which is not where they really want to be.
They're perfectly right. You still can draw it under the pink.
Well, this is really interesting. I mean, Leon and John need a score, and there's potentially one looming here for them. This is a better bowl. Just needs to run now. Well, that'll do. It's another one in there. That white disc bowl just behind the jack disappears. That's 5 waiting at the moment. Knowing that it's currently 1-2 Leon and John at the moment.
And it is not easy for Peter to now get another second at all.
I think Pete, well, we've already seen Peter Cole play one blocker in this match. Would you consider that one down? Could you play a blocker one down?
No. I'd consider forehand underneath the pink, just trying to, with a couple of feet, trying to sit one of those ones on the line. You get third shot.
Well, here he comes, and he's not far off what you're talking about, Pete. Is he going to collect anything?
He slides underneath and sits. He might have just got out. But it's handy.
May have cut out the front.
It's handy if they do decide to go for it at some point. That could come into play.
I think if I'm Peter and Tom, I'm very happy getting away from this end one down. And I think John needs to play this.
Looks like he's sizing up forehand with. It's just a matter of when. Suppose you do it now. If something goes wrong, you can fix it. It's not a bad line.
Needs to hold on now. Well, there's that rattle of bowl to bowl. Still leaves them with one.
Unfortunately, it's taken the danger away from Peter now.
Well, it has, other than a ambitious...
Still hasn't got much of a shot to play.
Still an ambitious shot on for... They still need another bowl in the head here. There is still an ambitious shot on.
I see what you're thinking. It's quite ambitious.
It's a matter of at 9-1 down. Are you happy to get one, or do you go looking for more? But Peter Cole is not far off getting through the front gap here. What a shot this is.
Wow.
It gets to the jack. Wow. He got a little bit of help in the front, but what a shot.
He may well have made 2 even.
Yeah. What a great bowl.
Well, that takes the danger out. No ambition here.
I think even if he didn't get the little touch, he was sitting the bowl. I think he got that little shave just on the way
Still
in, but I
it.
think he was getting the bowl anyway.
Yes.
What a bowl.
Update on the scores going underneath. 12-10 to Justin Smith.
We've got a bit of a shout out for Dean and Sharon Lomax doing a great job.
They're okay.
From Vern
They're
Merchant.
Well, Vern's been here all week.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Vern's had a couple of good discussions with Vern.
And Nigel saying not really a fan of the 2x2x2x2 pairs. More time walking than actually playing. I think the players, as a player, you actually prefer it.
Yeah, as a watcher, I agree with you.
Now, some weight up here on the forehand, just looking for some rattling. Didn't quite get the result. It'll be one more on the board, courtesy of that great shot from Peter Cole. And rescued an end that looked like they were going to lose the end. So 10-1, the lead after 5 ends. Linda asking where we are. We are at Osborne Park Bowling Club. Not sure where you are, Linda, but if you're not familiar with the layout of Perth, we are about 15 minutes out of the city, just north of Perth. Warren just asking whether this is the semi or the final. This is the final of the pairs. It's all finals today that we're covering. There is a semi-final of the singles going on next door, but we will be covering the finals of all 3 disciplines. So we've got pairs right now. We'll have the singles next, and we'll bring things home with the fours final, where you're going to see 2 of these guys up again in the fours final. Okay, so the call is to switch. Tom's bowled just in his own way, and with the green running a little slower due to the rain, just wouldn't want to crash into his own. It's still a fair way out. If the green was a little quicker, you might not be so concerned about that. And Tom's done a good enough job there to hold shot. See if Leon can reply. And he's just on the outside. So nothing really right on top of the jack here as we switch over and the skippers get their shot. All right, Peter Cole with a bit of room and some nice sort of jack high guides to work inside, and he's done this pretty well. That will do.
Shot.
Sets up another one at that jack high sort of range.
Yeah, there's shelf building.
Just an inviting way to play on this pace of surface. And John's taken the invite.
Just alongside, but kept the shelf there for the next.
I think this is going to be a common way to play the next few bowls now.
Really, everyone should be playing this.
Yep. Just reach up and land, reach up and land.
And eventually someone will reach up and be behind the jack.
Yeah. Well, Peter's done well again. He'd be partly happy that hasn't fallen over. Although the one advantage that John McCook's got is his yellow bowl is fairly locked in there now. Or he'll want to reach here.
Yeah, he'd be disappointed with that one.
Yeah, that gives Tom now a chance to change this a little bit. Nothing for short. Wow, really?
Right.
That surprises me.
Going to cover.
That's a very inviting target. I think you're better off changing it yourself. No good having two you're not going to keep, Pete.
No. There's plenty of chances off that pink. It's not as if there's a danger out there either at the moment. You're covering something that isn't an issue for you.
Ah, okay. Linda's at Bedford, so she knew where Osborne Park was.
Yes, she
so
had a
that's all
feeling.
right.
She had a feeling. She can
Anthony Burnham watching.
nearly see us.
Another one of our hard workers in our sport, Anthony Burnham. And a participant in this event.
Yeah, did well in the pairs with his son Dante. Dante skippered. They got through the section. So
One of the best techniques in
experience.
bowls, Dante.
he's very low to the ground.
Yeah.
It's a bit easier.
Well, you got yourself into trouble with Dante when we were at the interzone about left-handers. You're going to get yourself into trouble again. You're picking on his height now. Now, where's this? This is a great
Good shot.
shot. Well,
Oh.
just caught the outside. Got one of them out. Well, when I say out, off the locked position.
Off the lock position.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of left-handers this week, I must say. Yeah, no. Some really good techniques. David Goddard down that way.
Yep.
Really good technique. Left-handers aren't always the best technique. Might as well carry on with them. No, just kidding. Just kidding. But David's got a really good technique.
Hope
It's
people
very
can tell
nice.
the difference between Peter's voice and my voice. All right, a bit more weight now with it, a bit more set up right next to the jack. This is
Yes.
very close. And
Jack? No.
just the ball clean.
Not quite getting the rub
Wow.
going their way at the moment.
The only issue with that is it's taken away a fair chunk of the target. Still there to be landed, but just that more attractive target.
Yep. It's become a bowl and half a jack. But chance here for Peter. If Peter can 2 feet, he sits his own pink. There's no danger. He's not
Yeah.
going far. But he gives that jack 2 feet down.
We knows the line because he played a couple up here that were pretty good with his first two.
So he's definitely, definitely going to count, but it may not have. Filled the hole. John will be happier playing bigger weight now.
Especially with his yellow bowl locked in. It's not going far if he gets to any contact on his own yellow.
Hasn't got a lot of weight.
He's going to get to his own yellow. And what's he doing? Well, it's another one in there.
Again, Peter underneath his last. A bit of the trail of the jack is all good for him, but he's just hung it too wide. Pretty sure that wasn't the plan.
So the discussion here,
Yes.
John was just going to look straight up the guts for the pink bowl. I think that's what he's doing.
Yep, Leon was looking for him to play that
Solid, he's tight,
Needs some luck
but
from there.
no luck. So it's going to be another one on the board to Peter Cole and Tom Ellison, and they lead it 11 shots to 1. That's after 6 ends of the 14 ends that we will play. And in the singles final, it's 13-12 at the moment to Justin Smith, as he leads Joel Leeson. They are playing for a spot in the singles final against Matt Mitchell, which will be our next match for coverage.
Want me to do that? You want me to do the presentation?
Neil Bolton having his say. Pete, so Neil Bolton saying go the lefties, having to use right-handed bowls all the time. Good on your nugget.
Neil. Yes, he's a left-hander with not such a good technique.
Wow, Pete not missing anybody this morning. All right. Well, it's 5 ends in a row now that have gone the way of Peter and Tom, and we have to say that because it's Pinjarra versus Pinjarra,
Pinjarra.
so we can't say they've gone the way of Pinjarra,
Pinjarra.
but it is it's alarm bells a little bit now for John and Leon. They need to start scoring now.
Yep. Yeah, those two middle, that 5 and 3, have really hurt them early, as it does. If you drop 5 ones, you'd be okay.
That's a nice start for Leon, just in behind the jack there, half a metre behind. It's always a good place to land a first leaders bolt. Josh Hamilton, loving the Country Week Carnival.
Yeah, he's in the 4s for a long time.
Yes.
Did well with a composite team. 2 pairs looking for a game from each other. That's the advantage.
Yes,
they both went into, I suppose, the pool looking for a chance to play, and they've done well.
That's probably a message out there, Pete, for anyone that didn't come and play Country Week because they didn't feel like they could find a team or anything like that. Well, next year, make sure you
get your name in the pool.
Get in touch with Pete and let him know that you're looking for a game. Yeah.
Not everyone got a game this year, but at least give yourself a chance.
All right, Peter Cole changes over holding shot. Well, he's chiselled up there on a tightish line, just found the gap. Now, John can play confidently here, look for sitting the bowl, little movement of jack. It's in the area. How much does this get down for him? It's close. He got to the bowl and still one down, but certainly would look nice for him with his next shot.
Giving yourself some options.
Whoop.
Tom's lost his swag. Peter's full of concentration, didn't disturb him. Weight was pretty good, just didn't quite get down, but a nice home. Similar bowl here from John. Turn his own, turn the shot bowl.
Oh, we're in dangerous territory at the moment.
Has Neil come back?
Nugget has come back.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
It's a shame on you, Peter. I base my body shape on you to achieve perfect balance when I bowl. Dangerous territory.
Yeah, no, I didn't have a go at his body shape. That's pretty good from where I stand.
And Lynn Danks joining us. Good to see you on board, Lynn. Unusual to see 2 teams from the same club vying to win, absolutely. And when you consider that Pinjarra won the pairs title last year as well, when you throw that into the mix as well, they're obviously specialising in pairs. Except they're also playing in the fours final.
Only eight Pinjarra players came to Country Week, and 6 of them are involved in the final.
Is that? Wow.
So we're not going to. I told Brad gave me that stat, and I said I won't mention the 2 that aren't.
Well, I'm going to have to give that stat of the day. That is a good stat. Certainly a contender early for stat of the day. Just going to pass on the outside, but going to land in a handy spot. Yeah.
Just slightly the wrong side. So again,
yellow bowl just up onto the jack would be ideal here. Could just pass on the outside and sit the shot bowl. This is in the area. A little bit hard to see at the moment, but
just didn't quite
the
get
outcome.
The right side. The little murmurs behind us you can hear is President Doug and Country Board member Phil Manning. They're cooking up something. When they've got pen and pad in their hand, they're cooking something up.
I think they just reminded the players just to staff the line for us. So.
So again, similar shot. Turn the yellow, slide underneath for that jack down the line. Just got to arrive. The line's pretty good, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
But he's got a fair bit of weight on him.
He's going to get to the shot bowl.
Well, he can do that as well.
That'll do it. And that's going to sit with maybe 3, I think.
3, yep. 4, 3.
Yeah, I think the front might be 4th. Yeah, so 3. Reminder, of course, big thank you to Regional Men's Health for their ongoing support, and if you'd like Regional Men's Health to come out to your club and do a talk about all things important about men's health, then there is the sponsorship there to fund that sort of talk. And there you go, talk to a mate. That's the important message we're getting out there. So very important in this day and age. Peter's a little nudge of the jack.
Straight to his own.
Wow. What a shot. Perfect result.
He's playing some big shots at the right time.
Might have gone 3 down to 3, to as many as 3 up. So
You're nearly just going that pink one, aren't you? You could get all of them, all the white disc bowls.
well, he's very close.
In the area.
Look at this reply. He's right in the area and gets the jack moving, but it's just bounced the wrong way. Has he got any left? He does. He still has a bowl left.
That's good because
breathing
he's
a sigh
4
of
down
relief.
again.
Yeah.
He's 4 down again after a great bowl.
And of course, AFGRI, a wonderful supporter of Men's Country Week and Women's Country Week.
If you're looking for a tractor, which we're not in the market for a tractor, but I'm sure there are farmers out there that are.
We're just going to see big weight here from John. I think we are. I think he's just going to crash through this and see what he can do to limit the damage.
Has to.
Very unlucky with his last bowl.
If you can get a good split.
Solid weight again.
He's on the outside one. Can he get enough to get back in?
He hasn't. That hasn't changed anything. It's going to be another 4. And this is a massive breakaway now for Peter Cole and Tom Ellison.
The result of really good bowls from Peter Cole, but a bit of bad luck for John McCook. Things just didn't quite rattle his way.
4 it is, and it's now a 15-1 advantage after 7 ends, so the halfway point of the match. So, look, if you can do it one way, it can happen the other way. But it really now means, these next 2 ends, they've just got to be Leon and John scoring on those.
Ooh, sun's out.
Lynn saying 4s is just 2 pairs. So Pinjarra can specialise in pairs. Cause,
Yeah, they play.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, playing partnerships.
You look at that both ways, can't you? I mean, we certainly see pairs as a fours game. You're playing second and skipper and lead and third. We certainly see that.
Yes,
that way.
Nice start there from Tom. All the answers so far.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out in my mind whether 15-1's a fair.
No, I don't think so.
Not quite, is it? I
No,
mean,
they've played better, but they haven't played 15-1 better.
yeah.
That's for sure.
Great reply here. Oh, just missed the jack. Sean Smith looking for a single score. I wonder why that is.
No. Well, I can tell you Justin's not losing.
No,
But he's not winning either.
correct.
14.
14 all. That's 21 up there. So
Just getting an update on the ribbon at the bottom of your screen. Once those numbers are typed in.
there we go.
Who got there? 14-14. As expected.
Leon in the area again here, Pete. Oh, that's very
good.
nice. Good shot.
Very good.
Good shot. Wasn't far away with the previous. Just missed the jack. And then sits nicely in front there. As we say, Pete, so much more to come. I mean, we step back tomorrow into what looks like a really exciting finish to the pennant season, with Premier League still up for grabs in terms
The
of
Metro pennant
6
season.
sides still able to make the top 4. Race for relegation's interesting as well. Plus all of those events that are open for entries and all the other fantastic divisions that are all up for grabs. One white looks like Cardinia going well, but the second side for promotion looks
Up in
interesting.
the air. Yep.
Mm.
Of course, I think most of these boys will be going back and playing pennants tomorrow.
Yep, all the country
In
areas
the
that
country
are
leagues, they'll be coming
very
towards
close to finals, yes.
if not at finals.
Yep.
Some of them might have even played finals. Every league's a little bit different. From a little bit of experience, sometimes it's hard to go back and play pennants on Saturday after a long week of country week.
Yeah.
It's So Peter again looking to turn his own. He gets the split.
Well, that's well played.
May not have got shot, but perfect position.
He's talking about all the events that are currently open for entries earlier on, Pete. So we've currently got the All Ability State Championships, the Women's Over 60 State Singles, of course, because that was delayed. So that's still open for entries. The Bowling Arm State Singles, the Under 18 State Championships, the Women's 100 Up, the Over 60s Mixed Pairs, and the Men's and Women's State Triples. And we also opened the Community Challenge yesterday as well. So that's all the events, and we think we're nearly at the end of the season. Incredible.
No, it's a very busy part of the year.
So if you're keen to get into any of those events, head to bowlswa.com.au, and there's an item in the latest news there where you can just click on there, and it gives you all of those events, and you can link to the page to enter any of those events that you'd like to enter. Women's Country Week not far away either.
No. Just a couple of weeks.
Now, just going to hold on. Looks like it. Wow.
Still down, but much better position
Open things
for
up nicely.
for the Cole Ellison pairing. So Leon Birch needs to get another one in there because they're quite vulnerable right now. Just going to slide underneath. Doesn't want to turn that.
Hopefully the guys will remember they're on the line at the moment, but can't blame them for jumping in there every now and then.
No.
They get focused in on the game and
just do what they naturally do.
Sharon's going to go and let them
Yep.
know, and they've just moved. I think they saw
Yeah,
some movement. Now Jack movement, yes, that'll do. That'll do for one to the white disc of Peter Cole and Tom Ellison. And certainly speak from experience. Occasionally you just forget that camera is there. You get yourself engrossed in the game and you just forget.
It's not a natural movement to be worrying about a camera. Sliding underneath and gets through everything. So Joel Leeson's just created a bit of a break over there. He's hit the 17 mark now, 17-14.
Yeah, looked like he played a pretty big shot over there that drew some applause.
So he's within one end.
That won't faze Justin over there. He's very
Definitely
experienced singles player. And the sort of guy that just doesn't get fazed by anything.
No, no, he doesn't. Quite laid back. So is Joel, but he's a little bit more intense at the moment, just from the body language.
Yep.
Playing very well.
And just nailed the jack over there as well. Right, so Peter Cole, I mean, realistically, you know, if Peter and Tom can get a couple more ends, they're almost going to be out of reach. A great effort. Oh, that is a great shot.
That may well. No. That's pretty good.
Still only one is the signal. Well, Joel Leeson's holding 2 and a measure at the moment. Justin has managed to at least cut that down to a maximum of 2 down. Yeah, it is just 2. So it won't. We don't think that match could end this end. And Joel's other bowl is short of the jack.
So it looked like weight here again from John.
I think he probably has to.
He's had to play a few of these.
To try and force something to happen here.
Not a lot of weight, so just looking for a split off his own underneath there.
Super close.
Which way?
Oh, that's well played.
Great shot.
Really good shot. The weight was right to give himself maximum chance to stick around.
Peter May will play a similar shot, just with minus the split. Just looking to sit that bowl with similar weight.
This looks deep. The edge doesn't help, even though it tries to fall back in.
Well, it's a bit difficult to get another one.
I think they probably need to take one here, which, when you're 15-1 behind, it's hard to do.
It's crazy.
But at least you can change the length, try something different. I think the chance, when you get a way up here, is what's the chances of you actually getting another counter in there?
You'd want to be a similar line to Peter and get off the...
Yeah. If it's me,
get off one of the others.
If it's me, I'm not playing this one. I'm taking the one and saying we've now got control of the length, change something drastically and see if you can get a change in the game. He'll play a really good bowl and nudge the jack for a 1 or 2 down here.
Yeah, I can't see what he sees on the backhand, I must say. I see nothing on the backhand myself.
Well, I don't see how he can count. That's
No.
the issue. Like, he can get close.
Yeah, no, but counting was highly unlikely.
Oh, well,
But
it was a careful one.
Control the net. Let's
Yep.
see what they do.
15-2 now, the scoreline to Peter Cole and Tom Ellison over
Short or long is the question here.
John McCook and Leon Birch. And they're going to have a chat about it.
They've been playing like 3/4, a little bit less than 3/4.
Joel did get 2 over there, as you can see on the bottom of your screen. 19-14 now the scoreline. That is 21 up. 21 up even in the singles final as well, Pete.
Yep,
doesn't step
change.
up.
No, it doesn't change.
So full length is the desired length. However, that jack has not got there.
No, it's a similar length because the mat is back to what they've had, although the jack's shorter than what they had. So
I think that was one of those situations, Pete, where you probably run the risk. You need to run the risk of putting the jack in the ditch and get it right up there because you would have been playing this length anyway.
Yep.
And unfortunately, he's just missed his weight with that first one. So, opportunity for Tom to get right back on top here. I think sometimes you've got to think through the consequences of if I do put it in the ditch, what happens? Well, we play the same length as if I miss the length. So let's give it a shot, Great shot from Tom here.
Yeah, that's given the opportunity. He's played very well.
Joel Leeson is looking close to victory over there. I just don't know how much of that bowl turned for Justin Smith. We won't see if there's a signal. There's nothing from Suit, so we'll wait and see. A little bit difficult for us to pick up the angle of those bowls across the green.
There's a bit of room whichever way it
there
is.
is.
So Justin has a chance to retrieve the situation.
Yeah, can Tom produce another like his first? He's not far away. He's played them well.
That's very well played. Very well played.
So Justin Smith has played his last bowl of this end, and I think he's drawn the shot, has he? Yes, he has.
He was a little worried.
He was hoping for it to stop.
He picked up the mat and then just stopped.
Yeah.
He wasn't convinced, but he has moves to 15.
19-15 there to Joel Leeson. Matt Mitchell awaiting the winner of that one.
So I'm just not going to quite run it out here. He's getting the turn back. He's put up a couple of feet short.
Good on you, Lynn. Lynn saying it's raining in Albany after months of no rain at all.
Surely not.
We'll all grab our soap and have a wash. So that's got to be good news.
Yes, it has. Change of hand. He needs the 2 feet.
Just missed the line slightly there. The weight was actually pretty good. Well, Peter Cole just needs just to hang on now. Just going to drift underneath, but it'll do. That will count.
Leon's already down the end, so he's made up his mind.
He didn't waste any time, did he?
No. Still drawing on this.
Well, he's on a really nice line. That's about the line you need to be on. How's the run? Yeah, he's done it. Wow, he's done enough to cut down, I think.
Yeah, second shot.
Well, that presents them some options. I mean, it frames it up a little bit at the front to maybe chase down there on the backhand to land the shot bowl.
Yeah, it has to be
if they want to play that. Yeah. You know, with the savour of that yellow bowl out there as well to come off.
Plenty of options out there. So you'd think they'd be playing a metre or so. No, just drawing. He's going to. Still just trying to get bowls in the head here.
Yeah, I get the call. Doesn't want to come down and rip that bowl out and take that option away. Well, he's a lot tighter.
A lot quicker too.
Yes, he is.
It's a decent combination.
Gentle now.
And has come to a really good home if they do want to play that backhand shot now.
Now, it looks like Justin Smith might be going to grab 2 over there in the singles semi-final. It is 2. 19-17 to Joel now. Both players within one end of victory. Things can happen fast now over there.
So it does look like he's only got 2 shots on, hasn't he? He's drawing forehand, or he's playing that 6 feet over backhand.
I think.
No, what I'd rather be playing.
Yeah, I think you sort of have to throw caution to the wind a bit and look to try and make something happen. Sit that bowl, trail it out the back.
Yep.
Really, forehand, he has to play a perfect draw shot if he's going to do that.
It's a pretty hard shot for 1.
Yeah.
On a nice drawing, finishing green, okay, but that's not what this green is.
You know, if you can get the
play
jack
the conditions
out, you can get the jack out the back. There's maybe 3 shots waiting there if Peter fails with
so
his.
He has selected the backhand. So bit more weight than we were expecting.
That's well under, unfortunately.
Wasn't quite expecting that much weight either.
And that will carry all the way to the ditch. Joel Leeson's just nailed the jack over there. Remembering he needs 2 for victory. He's got 1. It's Peter Cole.
Just going to slide through, is he? So will he? Bit of hesitation here from John. No, he's decided saying
there's no reason to change. He just didn't. Unfortunately, just didn't play a good bowl with his previous bowl. So he just needs to line it up again and just get it out to a better line.
He's done that, but he's overcorrected.
Oh, this isn't going to be a good result, I don't think. Oh, okay. I thought he was going to push that pink in, but he's only 1 down. A little nudge of the jack now for Peter Cole would set up 4 shots. Just a front touch. Looks like Justin
got
Smith
the shot
converted back. Yeah, could even be holding 2.
Nice line here from Peter. Has he got the weight? Not quite. Just going to.
Another one on the board, and really that's all Peter and Tom need at the moment. And just want to see ends disappear. One is plenty for them as they lead at 16 shots to 2 with 5 ends to play. John Leeson is back at the mat. He's down at least 1. Probably 2.
He's not short.
He's in behind it looking for a chance at the jack. And misses. So, another 2 on the board, we believe, to Justin Smith. Although I can only see 1 paddle in Sue's hand.
Well, I've got a measure being produced. So we're still back at this same length. Just the mat up, jack a bit further up. Why would you change? One it is to Justin. Goes to 18. I think we were given wrong information.
Yes. There was
Well
information fed to me that it was 2, but I won't dob Phil Manning in for giving us that incorrect information. So 19-18, I'm not sure whether you just said that, Pete, but 19-18 now, the lead to Joel Leeson.
So 5 ends to go here, 14 shots the difference. A number is required.
I would say more than 1 number is required, Pete, but you never know, and you've got to give it a crack.
There's a game yesterday, was it the day before? 11 all going into the last end. The final score was 19-11.
Oh, wow. Oh, we can expect an 8 badge request, can we? We already had one of those earlier in the week where a pairing got an 8. I can tell you who it was too. It was Richard Attrell and Warwick Glenister got an 8 in the pairs.
Okay. So 2 good shots there from Leon, but again the shelf is there to be sat. That's just not a great setup, so to speak. Peter's pretty good at these shots and he's played them pretty well today, so
Joel Leeson is holding 1, sitting right on the jack. Justin's got him surrounded at the moment.
great shot here from Peter.
Yeah, brilliant. Needs it to run a bit. Yeah, it's a very good bowl.
Happy with second, he would.
That's absolutely it. If they drop 1s, they'll be more than happy with that. Just set up so that there's no big numbers available. Well, Joel Smith's heading back. Joel Smith.
Come.
Justin Smith is heading back to the mat. Does he have a chance to flick Joel Leeson's bowl off for 3?
No.
You don't want to think about it?
I think Joel's other ones blocked him from doing that.
If he gets this bowl off clean for 3, Pete, he's trying. He is trying, and he's missed. But it certainly was on. Well, Joel Leeson now will head up there with a chance to draw for the win as we watch
John
just
a couple just can't get the right side of those bowls when he
and look at that target now.
sits them, and yeah,
that is just a nice little landing zone for Tom Ellison to
one of those
attack.
push up.
Joel Leeson is back on the mat. We'll let you know what happens over there. That bowl in the middle of the screen is the one sitting right on the jack. And you'll see Joel's just come into picture here, but not get there. So 20-18. Thanks, Dean, for the wonderful pictures.
So Tom Ellison, metre, 6 feet, 2 metres.
Land or trail.
Just get the line right.
And I think he's wide.
He's just hooked it out wide, so
almost the same shot here for
Leon's, yeah, he's
for
playing.
Leon. You just can't leave this.
He needs to turn his own bowl round behind the jack. Just get it off, make a hole there somewhere.
Yeah, or somehow turn Peter's bowl off the front of the jack as well and sit with a few.
Well,
That's changed
It's
it.
a little, I was going to say a little bit, it's very little better. His bowl can't just get out of the head now.
Oh, it's going to be a bit deep as well with that weight. So, look, there is a number there looming if they can just get to the jack or turn Peter's bowl off the front of the jack. He doesn't even need to turn his bowl right out. If you can just get Peter's bowl to a vulnerable spot, that might be enough. Of course, if he can get round it and just get to the jack, he could trail the jack for 5 anyway.
Get the jack a foot for 5.
Oh, he's not bad. How's the weight? Has he got enough to get round?
He's got around. Is he going to go too far? Has he got it too
Oh,
well?
that is a really good shot. It's got to have made 2, I think. It's whether it's any
really
more.
good shot. That's a good. Ended up getting it too good. 2, we believe.
Well, singles final is down to the last couple of ends, no doubt about that. 2018, a singles semi-final, I should say. 2018 to Joel Leeson, looking for a berth against Matty Mitchell.
He's better just trying to draw a shot here. If his weight's good, he is close.
It's a
He is
thumbs
very
up at the
close.
back of the rink from Tom. Has he done enough for shot?
Well, Tom from a distance. Thought so.
Well, Joel's gone quick with his last bowl. Justin is currently holding 2.
He's drawing for game here.
And he has room.
Yes, plenty of room. There's our current head, so smile between skippers. John on his backhand. Tricks me with his setup about his weight. He's going big.
You don't mind it.
Well,
He's
he's
killed
killed it.
the end. And Justin has missed drawing the third. It's going to be 20 all. And it is a one-end shootout to make the final of the singles.
Well, consecutive ends, they both had a chance to win the match and haven't quite been able to do it.
Jack in the ditch, anyone?
Now, these boys, they're not crazy.
They're both audacious enough to do it.
I'm going to say, both flamboyant and crazy, but they're not crazy. No, they're not crazy. I'm not going crazy.
Joel Leeson and Justin Smith, 20 all over there. One end to play for a spot in the final against Matt Mitchell. We'll bring you that match next after the conclusion of this pairs match. And of course that was a dead end. Dead ends are replayed, so we're still at 16-2 here after 9. Tom's been pretty solid, particularly in this direction.
Yes.
He's just come up a little bit short with that first
bit
one.
of breeze picking up as well now, so there's more across the green than anything. So this will be the wider hand now. Might get a little bit more turn than they were previously getting.
Tell you that Justin Smith has just
Drawn
almost
shot.
nailed the jack. He's drawn the shot. And Joel is going weight now with his third bowl of this end and has missed. As we change over, we might see if we can just get camera on that head over there just for the last two bowls, as we are going to be changing ends here anyway, but we'll just see the outcome of this bowl. And that's a good bowl from Leon. Yep.
Good setup at the moment.
All right, so Justin's heading back to play his last bowl of this end. We might see if we can just get a look at the head over there.
There it is.
There you go. Don't be put off by the bowls right over on the left-hand side. They're Matt Mitchell's roll-up bowls.
Yeah, he's stopped to have a look.
But you've got the light blue bowls of Justin Smith there. We'll stick with this. We'll stay on this until that last bowl's played, shall we?
So Joel with his last, obviously drove at that and missed.
So you can see Joel heading back up there now to play his bowl.
You'd think that he's going to play the same shot.
We'll stay on this because he's running back up there to play his bowl. So there he is. So it's 20 all. Joel needs contact with the shot bowl and the bowl just in behind, I would say. Needs to remove two. It's big weight and no contact. Nearly got some contact. So that is going to be one to Justin Smith. And our singles final will be Justin Smith versus Matty Mitchell. That is sure to be a cracker, and we'll have all of that coverage for you after the completion of this match. Well done, Dean, for getting us those pictures over there.
So Peter had a bit of a ordinary end compared to what he's been doing. He's been...
Well, there's a little setup here, isn't there?
Yeah, there's currently 3 or 4 sitting there.
Looks like 4. Yep, 4 at the moment. So, just a sneaky chance. Now, Pete, we will have presentations after this match.
Straight after this match, we'll stick for the presentations on the green.
Yep, and then we will go into the singles final. What around about 12 o'clock? We're expecting.
That's what we're expecting, but yeah, we'll see how long this one takes.
Give or take. Yep. But make sure you like the Bowls WA Facebook page, or you've got your streamer up, and when we go live, you get that notification. Make sure your notifications are on. You get that notification when we go live. You don't miss any of the action. There's just going to be another one in here. So there's just a little number building.
Yes.
Only takes one bowl to snuff that out, of course, but that bowl's still yet to be played by Peter Cole or Tom Ellison. They're down a few here.
Tom's looking for 3 feet here. Nice little port. And certainly I would have thought he's got the 3 feet.
Well, he's very close.
He doesn't need a hole.
And he found a gap.
Wow. Is there another twist in this game?
5 shots at the moment. Peter Cole missed with his first 2 on this end.
He's going to be reaching to that pack, which he's done. So
needs to land.
It'll stick enough.
Say so.
Yeah, so that'll be
Looks like
6. That'll be 6. Oh, pressure's a wonderful thing sometimes.
Testing out the dexterity of Michael with the paddles.
Yes.
Well,
you'd like to do it with this one. You don't want to leave it to your last. Yes.
Peter Cole is in the area.
His weight's pretty good as long as he's fine.
Just needs to find a home. Well, he's cut it back to 2. I think that'll have cut it right back to 2.
And hidden it a bit too.
Yep.
So John needs to just try and make an opening there somewhere where he can get at it.
I think it's looking for the yellow. I don't think he can afford to look round. If he's looking round the front, I don't think he can get back to the bowl. I think he has to use the yellow to do it.
Not with any purpose, no. He needs to move the brown, move the yellow.
He's not bad. He's just going to drop.
Well,
wow.
I can say he's got an opening. He's given himself a chance.
Massive, massive opportunity.
Of course,
Peter Cole needs
depending
another
on
bowl
Peter.
ahead.
Yeah, Peter
Yes.
puts one on the other side, then that opportunity's gone. So again, weight looks okay.
He doesn't want to sit right alongside his
No.
own.
Okay.
Look, he's done pretty well.
Yes.
That is going to be hard to get both bowls out. It's possible, though.
He's making John work, but
It's backhand looking with weight. Needs to catch the slight underside of Peter Cole's last bowl to get them both.
doesn't want to get too little because he'll get the Peter Gold bowl back to the jack.
Big weight. And
We got the one. The Peter one stayed, so
breathing a sigh of relief that he got another one in there with Peter Cole.
Yeah.
It is one more on the board to John McCook and Leon Birch, but an opportunity just goes begging. 16-3 now the scoreline with 4 ends to play.
Okay, so will we see a change of length this time?
Well, I think you have to roll the dice. You have to be willing to say, I'm going to roll this right up to the tee. If I lose the jack, well, we'll be playing the same length we've been playing anyway.
Yep.
So,
Of course, our partners, Regional Men's Health.
I'll tell you what, it's not long.
No.
It's
Longer.
Probably longer, yeah.
It's longer.
I'm actually going to say it's pretty similar to what we've been playing, really, with the mat up where it is. There's not a lot in that. Surprised we didn't see that drastic move, Pete. I think that's what we were both expecting. I suppose there's always an opportunity, Pete, to thank all the clubs that have been involved in Country Week.
Yes, the 20-odd clubs that have helped the country boys out. Sure, very much appreciated. It's also a long 3 or 4 days for them, the ones who are hosting everything. I think the singles, the last results were coming in just after 7, and the pairs were about 6:30, and the fours were a little bit lighter on, 5:36. So really long days for everybody.
Yep, always a big part of all of our events are the wonderful volunteers and all our clubs.
I've just taken a bit of weight off this time.
So Justin Smith, Pete's going to get his opportunity to be a 3-time winner of this event.
Yes. Puts him in rare air. There's not too many of us around.
And he's done it in recent years too.
Yes. John and Peter still having a smile together. So
2018-2019 champion Justin Smith. Well, since then our champions have been Matt Mitchell in 2020.
Yep, so he's looking for his second.
And we've had Matty France win back-to-back, and of course last year's champion Warren Holt. Matty France, a 3-time winner. One P. Harris, a 3-time winner.
Yeah, he was very lucky.
Keith Donkin.
I think he's 5, I think. Keith, is he?
He is a 5-time winner, 3 in a row, as you mentioned earlier.
He's pushing through underneath. Oh, just needed a touch. Still a really good shot there from John. They're not giving up, but don't know if they'll get another opportunity for a number. They had one opportunity. It's hard to get another one. And then they need another opportunity for a number after that.
Yeah, 13 shots in 4 ends. Tough ask.
2 on the crossover to Peter Cole, Tom Ellison. Of course, Peter was a runner-up to one of those Matthew France singles games on this very same rink.
So remember, 14 ends, so just the 3 ends to play after this one. And that's if those ends are required, of course, with the current scoreline that we've got. A bit of a searcher here from Leon. That'll work.
Yep.
That's, again, Pete, that's just a smart shot to play in these conditions. You know, you can afford to play those little weighted shots, just pushing through the head, landing type shots.
You're not going to go to the head very far if you do miss.
Yeah, he probably only had, 4 feet of weight with that, really? 4 or 5 feet.
Tom's gone to the back. Still trundling through those bowls. Nothing's really changed for them. Happen to get the jack down the line a little bit. There's a little opportunity for 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, not much else in that area, so there is that chance, and it would be a reasonably awkward spot to get to. He's given the line a chance, hasn't he? He's getting to the bowl instead. He's got to the bowl instead. That's okay.
That keeps it alive.
Well, it actually gives a bit more room for the jack to be trailed in a sense. Down into that little pocket that you can see behind.
Tom's line's pretty good. If he's got 2 feet past the jack, he is very good. Just going to pull up jack high, like another couple of feet.
Yeah, it's sort of a bowl in no man's land there, isn't it? Whereas, as you say, that little bit extra weight, anything past would have been perfect.
Well, another opportunity here. You can only create the opportunities and hope one sticks. Jack down the line.
Part of me wonders whether Peter Cole might be tempted to throw one at this with his first. He's going to have to wait because it'll be John McCook that gets the first crack at it. But I wonder whether he'd be tempted just to throw one at it and take away some of the danger. The white disc bowls are all outside the jack line.
So he'd have to miss by a long way even just to get one of them, and even then he's still in reasonable shape.
Well, it's pretty hard to cover the trail, so I wonder whether it's easier just to belt it. But we'll find out what John McCook can come up with first, because here he goes. He's got fairly solid weight.
Yeah.
He's not far off getting to the jack.
He doesn't.
But where's it going?
A bit too far, unfortunately. He needed it to jam in there with that kind of weight.
Okay, well, look, there's still a number possible there, but Peter Cole is going to have to miss badly with 2 bowls for that to happen. Pete just needs to make sure he gets something up there near the jack, because the white disc bowl out on the right-hand side of your screen, left-hand side of your screen now, is worth a lot, but they're a long way away.
Yeah, and Peter does have last bowl, so... You'd expect this one to take the danger away, but you never know. Pushing out, a little bit new territory out there as well.
He's not there. Well, he has to find a way to get that bowl. That white disc bowl that you can see has to be gone. Well, it's actually finished out of bounds. Okay. So John McCook has to go looking for that bowl. There's just no choice. It's a measure for the shot at the moment. If he gets that bowl out, it's worth at least 4, probably 5. Yeah, it would be worth 5, I think, looking at our pictures.
Yeah, well, you expect Peter to draw a shot.
When you're 5 down, you're never
sure,
Pete.
You might as well try. As long as he doesn't finish out of bounds, he'll be okay.
It's going to backhand, so we assume he can see it on the backhand.
Big weight under... round. He might nearly get the jack.
Just missed it. Well, the jack would have actually created the number.
From that angle, it does look actually quite awkward to get to.
Yeah. Yeah, that bowl in front did make it quite tricky. So I'd expect Peter Cole settles now and draws the shot here. And
Certainly better wait.
he certainly has. So that'll be at least one. They may go looking for a second because it was signalled as a measure before that.
Just
Steve
the one.
Unsworth asking, are the fours
one.
being played after the singles final? Yes, that's correct. So just the one, as you said, Pete, 17-13 there. So yes, the fours will come up after the singles. We'll have coverage of all of that. So singles next. We'll bring it home with the fours, and we will see these two gentlemen in John McCook and Leon Birch step up again in the fours final. We can tell you who's in that fours final, actually. I have that. So Leon and John will join Peter Italic and Brad Ball, but I'm sure, Steve, you already knew that. And they will come up against the Queriting combination of Bill Fraser, Colin Hayes. We'll call him Vincent Hadlow, but it's really Bullet.
Yeah, Bullet Vincent.
and Rob Wilson.
No one knows Vincent.
So, a 3 on this end to Peter and Tom would be the end of the match.
We'll play 14 today. 3 to go. So, just doing my maths. 3 5s. We're good.
We'll only play 14 if we could get there, Pete. But yes, you're right. 3 5s would do it. And it'd be a decent story to tell too.
It would be. That'd be a grandstand finish.
Well, some weight here. And that will find the ditch. There's a little chance this might be the last end, even if Peter and Tom were to get 1 or 2. I feel like you should always play it out when you're still a chance.
Just in case.
Yeah.
I have seen a few 7s.
Yeah.
A couple of double 7s. Once in a state fours final.
Sneaking under there. Peter Cole adds another into the count. And that one will also find the ditch from John McCook, so they're almost committing to have to kill this end now. Another one in the zone for Peter Cole.
Not doing a lot wrong, are they? They've been very steady.
They
the
have,
whole
and
game.
then the times where they've perhaps looked a little vulnerable, they've been able to come up with the goods. So certainly nothing going for Leon and John on this end.
No, there's not.
I think they might as well start hunting the jack on the back end and see if they can kill it and start again. Certainly wouldn't blame them for doing that. You know, yes, you need a miracle, but you've got to allow it to be a chance.
Yes. Tom on the back end. He wouldn't mind just turning that jack around the corner a little bit, I'm sure.
Yep, cover it up, hide it away. It's probably a bit deep for that.
Good weight for it.
So backhand it is, and weight it is. So looking to kill the end. Well, this is just going to block things up a little bit more at the front, perhaps. Oh, not quite. That doesn't stop them from getting to the jack. It's big weight again, looking for a bounce onto the jack.
Well, opened it up. No, he hasn't. I see the pink one's still on the line, so it hasn't really opened it up at all. At least you're going to see half a jack, which is all you want. You don't want to hit the middle of the jack, because that's just going straight back in the ditch. So.
Yes.
So what they can see is what they have to hit.
What that has done is actually reduce the count to 1. So
Keeps them in it.
It'll be interesting to see whether they... I mean, this end they've tended to just attack right from the start. So do they want to have another go or not? Peter Cole is just on the outside. It's okay though. This is definitely an attempt to kill the end. There's no doubt about that. And
Well, interesting angle.
I got just about every other bowl on the green except for the jack.
There's not a lot.
And that has opened it up, Pete.
Yeah, yeah. Well, now you might get the middle of the jack. What Peter doesn't want to do is put one jack high and fill that hole.
I'd be playing a blocker if I was Pete. He knows.
He's
he
already
knows
played
they're
one,
going to go
so
for the jack, and he knows they're going to go for the jack. So just block it.
Hasn't done that. It's going deep. It's keeping out of the way anyway. Wasn't giving him anything to use.
He's going to park nicely at the back of the rink. Back to a draw.
Oh.
It's not a draw, it's a reacher.
It's a reacher for sitting for 2.
And a little
Back
edge,
edge,
perhaps?
right.
Not quite, so that's going to
That'll
be
be
one
one.
more.
You're looking at the scoreboard.
That will make things 18-3. That is 15 shots in 2 ends required.
8 and a 7.
And looks like they are going to continue.
Yep. Yes, they are. 8 and a 7 minimum.
Yep, okay. They are continuing. It looked like there was a little discussion there. But,
Well, John's up there.
here we go. 15 shots with 2 ends to play. So this is very likely the last end.
As you said, presentation straight after this. We'll just have a quick setup and then, so stick around.
All right, here we go. Tom Allison looking to nail it with his first. Played a very solid game, these two, Tom and Peter, as you said earlier, Pete.
Yes.
Just nothing, they've had probably maybe 2 ends where it's slightly got away from them and there's been a chance for a score against them. But they've been able to come up with the bowls to make sure that hasn't happened. Nice reply from Leon.
Yep. Played the smart bowls, just rattling in when it was required, drawing when it wasn't. And as we said earlier, it's not, we see 18-30. It wasn't a 15-1 game. It's still not really an 18-3 game either.
Well, there's only been 3 ends where there's been more than 1 scored.
Mm.
And that's a 3, a 4 and a 5, all in favour
Yeah.
of Peter and Tom. And that's clearly that does it, But Everything else has been ones, which does indicate a reasonably tight
Yeah.
game, despite a big scoreline. Conditions pretty good at the moment, actually. Really, they're probably the best they've been throughout the day.
Light breeze, sun shining.
As I say, stick with us at the end of this one because we will have the presentations for you. Then we'll be taking a short break after that, and we'll be back with another stream for the singles final between Justin Smith and Matthew Mitchell. I'd expect that to happen around about 12 o'clock. Is there a chance we go earlier than that, Pete?
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
No? Okay.
By the time this end finishes, we do the presentations.
12 o'clock will be about right, won't it?
12 o'clock will be pretty close, I think.
All right. Well, make sure you like the Bowls WA Facebook page
John
anyway.
McCook has, John has set up at 7.
That is a big call at this stage. Peter Cole right in the area himself.
And Peter has just dashed
Look at that. What a shot. Great shot.
A little bit more difficult now. That is a really good shot. He has had the answers, hasn't he?
Played that perfectly. Just to go the hit now and look to kill it. So contact on the yellow onto the pink shot bowl and the jack. He's very close. We've got the jack. Jack round the corner. Made one.
Made one.
Probably going to be tough to get 7 from here, but
Yeah, that he's.
look, it's
He hasn't kept his bowl on the head. That's the problem.
well, the yellow bowl does bounce the pink bowl straight out now.
Yes.
So if they can build a few more,
It's still on.
we're trying to sound like there's a chance here. But I mean, look, obviously when you're looking for 7, you need a lot to go right. Have you ever got a 7 or an 8 when you've needed one, Pete, to win a game? I can't say I remember a time
No,
where I've done it.
Don't think so.
I think the most is probably about a 3 or a 4.
I haven't been involved. I've got 1 7. I've given. Got 1 8 and given 1 8 away.
Yeah, okay, I've never
That's all
given
I've
one
done.
away. I've got only 1 8.
I had to take my own bowl out to do it. It's one of those calls. Can't get your own. Guess what? I can.
Yeah.
But
1 8 in 37 years, or 38-year career.
Yeah, I'm only a 1 and 1.
I've never been generous enough to give one away, though. Right, so now it's back to kill the end, really, because that bowl going all the way back to the back of the rink means there's 2 bowls that can't really count. And even trying to kill the end now with those angles is going to be pretty hard.
Yeah, there's too much things in the way. It's nearly a 2-bowl process. You need to get the jack out in the open to give you a chance to get it.
Yeah.
On this backhand, probably.
I'll tell you what, it's a fair effort. Look at that. What a great shot.
They're both looking at each other without an answer, I don't think. Because there isn't one. Playing his own onto the jack to try and get that jack out in the open is your best chance.
Has to
I
try and
think.
bounce something onto it, yep.
Get your own shot ball. So you need to be right down that line. Get your own on the edge. Kick it out. Getting enough weight to move any of those balls much of a distance is hard.
It's not going to get back with that weight. I just don't think there's a direct path to be able to kill. Those bowls on the line at the front make it very, very difficult. So,
Yeah, nothing lines up whatsoever for that jack. So they're hand motioning that shot that we called their own sort of onto the jack, get it out in the open. Oh, it is. It's not a lot for Peter to do, really. Just don't give them an angle.
Yeah, he doesn't want to move anything here. And you can see he's just hunting around the back.
Assume he was. Assuming he wasn't trying to sit the shot ball out. He wasn't that far away from it. But he certainly let it go and had no interest in it. Sticking to the hand motions meant nothing because they're sticking to this forehand.
It's going to crash into the front and doesn't really open anything up, so... All right. Well, it was a 5 and a 3 on the third and the fourth end that broke this game open. It was a 9-1 lead after 4 ends. From there, Peter Cole and Tom Ellison have extended to an 18-3 advantage. And right now, this is the last bowl from John McCook, and he misses. That will be the end of our match, and our champion team for Men's Country Week 2024 pairs is Peter Cole and Tom Ellison. The players shake hands. Congratulations to Peter and Tom. I didn't actually catch what that final end was. It looks like it was just one.
Just a one to John,
yep,
I think.
Yep. So that is a 1 to John. So 18-4 final and finish. So stick with us because we will have the presentations. They will just do some quick preparations.
So I'll leave you and go prepare that.
No worries. Thanks, Pete, and we'll catch Pete on our next stream for the singles. But really, when you look at it, as we said, there was only 3 ends where more than one shot was scored. It was a 5, a 3, and a 4. The 5 on the third end, the 3 on the fourth end, and a big 4 on the seventh end. John McCook and Leon Birch tried to come back. They tried to grab a number a couple of times there, but Peter Cole he's too good. He had the answers when he needed to, and dropped a couple of bowls in there to prevent anything from happening. We have the singles final coming up. It'll be Justin Smith versus Matthew Mitchell. That's on our next stream. So make sure you, as I said earlier, make sure you like the Bowls WA Facebook page, turn your notifications on, and when we go live, which will be around about 12 o'clock, Western Standard Time, so about half an hour from now, we will have that singles final for you. It's bound to be a cracker. Justin Smith, a 2-time champion. Matty Mitchell, a former champion of this event as well, and both of them state champions as well. So it's going to be a really entertaining singles final. And then finally, a little later on, we'll have the fours final. Pinjarra will be up again. John McCook and Leon Birch will get their chance to get a fours title, having missed out on the pairs title. They'll be playing with Peter Italic and Brad Ball, and they will take on the Queriting quartet of Bill Fraser, Colin Hayes, Vincent Hadlow, and Rob Wilson. That is all that is to come. Of course, a big thank you to AFGRI and to the Regional Men's Health Initiative for their efforts in supporting our live streaming and Men's Country Week. It is a big undertaking, Country Week, and we wouldn't be anywhere without the wonderful support of our wonderful partners. And of course, if your club is interested in getting involved with Regional Men's Health, then all that takes is getting in touch with Bowls WA. We'll put you directly in touch with Regional Men's Health, and you can have them attend an event at your club. We'll give you some funding towards that, courtesy of Regional Men's Health, and they'll come out and deliver a wonderful message to the members of your club and your community out there on all things men's health related, mental health, and other health issues that do affect us as we walk through our lives. So a great message there. Talk to a mate. We encourage you, if you are having a struggle at all, to make sure you do talk to a mate and share. A problem shared certainly is a problem that is easiest solved. So We are just in preparations now for the presentations and the trophies to our champions, Peter Cole and Tom Ellison. And looks like we're ready to go now. We'll get over to Phil Manning.
First final of Country Week is completed, and last time I made a presentation to Pinjarra, I think I presented them with the Country Club of the Year, so what an effort. I think they had eight bowlers come down, and 6 of them made the final. So I don't know whether the other 2 let you down, but you might mention that to them. I suppose they're here somewhere. No, well done. Very good Country Club of the Year, and yeah, great game. I met a couple of Pinjarra blokes along the way, and 2 really nice blokes that I did meet was Cookie and Birchie. We happened to play them during the week. Bad luck today, guys. You're the runners-up, but be very, very proud. Top effort, and come forward, and we've got a little presentation for you. So just stand behind that mic and talk into that one too. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, thanks. Just a lot to say, well done, Peter and Tommy. Out-bowled us today, so well done. And yeah, harder conditions and the fast greens that we've had. Just like to thank Osborne Park and yeah, Bowls WA for putting on a great event. And yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Birchie. Yes, it was. It was very trying conditions early. Obviously, you played through the rain, which helped us too. So, very good. Now it's nice and muggy and humid, but there's a little bit of breeze. Hopefully, it dries out for the rest of the games and we get a bit more speed back in the green. Great effort, but to Peter Cole and Tom Ellison, well done, guys. Come forward. Well done, mate. Good boy. Who's going to talk?
Peter is.
Right, you look after money, Tom.
I'll look after it.
No, yeah. Cheers, mate. Yeah, just speak behind the other one too, so we can.
Yeah, just like to thank Tommy for the 8 days. It was brilliant. Like to thank Aussie Park. Always well run. Always good greens. Bowls WA for running the event. Fantastic. Tommy, Leon, and Cookie. Great game. Good to get here. Great final. 2 Pinjarra teams. Woohoo! And yeah, just all the Osborne Park, just brilliant. And a special mention to Coburn for putting us on the outside green, which was absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Peter. Yeah, well done. Thanks to all the venues during Country Week. We really do appreciate it. And obviously Aussie Park for the finals. Great setup here. One of the better places you can play it and have the finals. Thanks, guys. The singles final is next, and it'll be on in about 20 minutes right here on Rink 1. And we'll be back at midday, let's say. So, well done.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
And there you have it. So, look, John McCook and Leon Birch are runners-up, but they'll be back because they've got a chance at winning the Fours title a little later on. And, of course, Peter Cole and Tom Ellison are champions for 2024 Men's Country Week, brought to you by AFCRI. And, of course, our streaming supported wonderfully well by Regional Men's Health Initiative. All right, so that is going to conclude our coverage for the pairs. But as Phil just mentioned, we've got the singles coming up next. It's Justin Smith versus Matt Mitchell. We'll be back around 12 o'clock, so about 25 minutes from now. So go and do what you've got to get done and join us back here at Osborne Park for continuing coverage of the 2024 AFCRI Men's Country Week right here at Osborne Park. We'll see you then.
If you take one step, then you will be a little closer to your dream than if you stay just where you are. Keep that chin held